Thank you, Kelvin, and good to be here. And hello to everyone who has joined us today. Thank you so much. So when Kelvin invited me and said he wanted me to be a speaker, the first question was, what do you want me to say? Is there some guideline? Is there something? What do you want me to talk about? And he said, no, just talk about your life. Feel free. Where you are, your journey. Tell us all about it. And I said, okay. So I have nothing written down. I have nothing planned. I'm just going to tell you, just say it as it is, my whole life, the life I'm living now, and where I am right now. So I'll start by saying um, something I live by. It's always at the back of my mind, no matter the situation I face. I always think with God and God, I can do all things. I can do everything. All it takes is God and God. So that has been my mantra for years now. I believe in God. So I believe in God. So that's why God factor is very, very important to me. And then aside the God factor, it also takes courage and guts to do what you want to do. So many people are scared out there. I'm scared as well. I'm afraid, but I always try to do it afraid. And one thing I always say to myself and to other people don't know you're scared. You're the only one who knows how you truly feel. You're the only one who knows you're scared. So just put on a brave face and do it. So that's what I live by, God and my God. So like Kelvin said, I'm founder of Ife's Kitchen. Is an online platform where I teach people how to cook. I show you how to make nice and easy recipes. I'm also a food consultant. I run an online class. I'm a YouTuber. Um, I'm a contributor, food contributor to many websites and magazines, newspaper dailies, just everything about food. I think I'm your go-to person, basically. Yes. So how did I get to where I was? I'm a lawyer also, like you said. Yeah. So it was just one day I just sat by myself and I said to myself, a lot of people always call me, my friends who know that I love food and anything concerning food recipes, they always call me, what should I do? How do I do this and stuff? And I said to myself, if my friends, my very close friends are having this challenge, then people out there who I don't even know will also be having this challenge. So why don't I use Instagram, which is a platform for so many people? Why don't I use this platform to reach as many people as I can? I mean, I was starting from nowhere. I didn't really think, I was going to have a community of over 600,000 people on Instagram. It wasn't my target or my goal from beginning to have this whole community. No, what I wanted to do was just to anyone who was interested, anybody that I could reach, anybody that I could help. Now, did I have all the technical tools? Did I have everything to use? No. I just started from where I was. What I had, where I was what I started from. Just a small kitchen. I didn't even have a studio light. I didn't have nothing. I just started from what I was and what I was doing that day. And then I started posting videos on Instagram and, one follower today, two tomorrow, three, four. And then I had 1,000 followers and 2,000, 3,000 followers. And then it just started growing. So till tomorrow, it's still growing, on Instagram and of course on YouTube, on Facebook, and on Twitter. And Kelvin said something about growth. How have I? This it's been how many years now? I think I started my Instagram page sometime in 2015, and this is 2021. And I can say I have the highest following for a food blogger in Nigeria. And I haven't said to myself, you have such a huge following, it's time to sit back and rest. No, every single day I put in the work. Every single day, very consciously, very deliberate. I don't sit down because the bottom is crowded. The top is you have very few people at the top. So if you want to remain at the top, you have to put in more work. I recognize that. And so from the day I started, I've always, I've always shown up. Consistency is another thing I can swear by. Consistency is another thing. So I have the God factor, I have God, and then there's the consistency factor. You cannot say you want to do something and then not be consistent. Even if nobody is looking at you, even if nobody sees what you're doing right now, people will show up sooner than later if you're consistent and you're persistent and you put out good quality work. People will show up. So you just continue every day, every single day, no matter how you feel. It is your duty to show up, no matter how you feel. No matter if you feel you don't have the tools, you're not good enough, just show up. You're better than someone. Someone is learning from you. Someone is getting something from you. So don't you ever feel that you're not good enough. You are. You are enough. You are. I always feel that way too. What's that thing they call now? The imposter syndrome. I'm like, who am I to want to teach people, how to cook? There are many people out there. But I said to myself, hey, I am me. This is who I am. I'm going to go out there. And then for me to post on, how social media is very, very brutal. There are people out there who want to just tear you down and then beat you up and say and just rubbish your work. Before I post anything, even up till tomorrow, there's always that fear that is it good enough? What will people say? But you know what? I do it all the same. I do it all the same. Let them criticize me. It's only people who do stuff that are criticized. If you do nothing, nobody's going to criticize you. You're safe where you are. But is that really what you want to do? Is that where you want to? Is that who you are? Don't you want to leave a mark in this world? So these are all the things I say to myself. And another thing that I swear by, words of affirmation. My life changed when, I started affirming to myself. I've not always been a bold or confident person. No, I've not always been. So every morning till today, till tomorrow, I stand in front of a mirror and I speak to myself. And I say, Ify, you are good enough. If you've got this. Before I even had 5,000 followers on Instagram, I used to say to myself, you are the biggest food blogger in Africa. I did not say Nigeria. I said in Africa. It was a tall dream. Who are you? Who knows you? But just speak it, say it. I mean, it doesn't hurt anybody. It either comes true or it does not, but you're not hurting anyone. And if you believe it and you work towards it, then it'll come true. So I say to myself, you're the biggest food blogger in Africa. You are good, you are smart, you are intelligent, you talk well, you speak well. These are things I say not only for my food blog, but for my law firm. And that's how I've always grown. It's just I speak positively to myself because that's something you should also be worried about. What are you saying to yourself? It's not only what people say to you. It doesn't matter. It is what you believe and what you say to yourself that counts. So if I tell myself, what I have, if I go somewhere, I'm going to meet some people and I'm scared, I'm nervous, I just tell myself, you've got this, you can do this. You have all it takes, everything. You've worked for this moment, you've looked forward to this moment, you've got this. Just go in there, take a deep breath. You can do it. So I speak to myself. Not only do I speak to myself, I believe what I tell myself. Now, have I always believed what I tell myself? No. But, from when I started, day one, day two. And then when I see, okay, day one has worked for me, what I said happens, it gives me the confidence to believe more and to say more. So with that, I am growing every day. I am becoming bolder in what I say to myself. I'm becoming bolder in what I believe, and I'm seeing results. So affirmations work very, very well for me. It has helped me consistent, work in it. And then also, one thing that has helped me in my personal growth and my life, my business life, is I listen to a lot of motivational speakers online. Every morning, I cannot start my morning without listening to a motivational speaker online. It's not just possible. I draw strength from them because I don't have anybody in my immediate environment, who would speak to me. I think what happens is that there's a hunger in me. There's something I've always wanted to be more, to do more. So what do? I look for people, I look for resources, I look for who can help me be that person that I want to be. So I don't just sit down and say, okay, there's nobody. I don't have any family friend. I don't have anybody who is doing what I'm doing or who is going where I want to go to. So I seek people out. I listen to people, a lot of motivational speakers. I listen to them so well, and then I implement what I hear them say. I don't just listen and then I'm hyped and then I go back and sleep. No, I implement. That's very important too. Take action. Okay. So when you hear something, when people talk to you, when you have a plan, you have to take action. Don't just sit down. Okay. Do the work. What else has worked for me in my journey? And then like another thing is on if you want to do well on social media, like I've grown, you have to be sociable also on social media. You have to people who reach out to you, make comments on your comment section, you shouldn't say, yeah, I know I have all these followers. You have to be humble. Let me put it that way. Be able to relate to people. People don't like proud people. All right. So, you've grown, yeah, but if not because of these people who have helped you grow, then where will you be? So just be yourself. I am still myself no matter what. I have a large following, I have a community, I'm doing stuff outside social media. I'm a brand ambassador to a very big brand, Mamador. I know a lot of you know the Mamador brand. That's also one thing I also said to myself. I'm going to be a brand ambassador to an organization someday. I did not know how it was going to happen. It was a dream of mine. And last year it happened for me. So that's one of the things I say, just dream big, affirm positively. Thank you. And then I also told myself when I pass through buildings, the roads. I see people on billboards and I go like, these people don't have two or three heads. If you one day you are going to be on a billboard, and it happened for me sometime last year, December, people were just calling me left, right, and center. I saw you on a billboard. I didn't, it happened. So you attract what you think about, you attract what you dream about, you attract what you say. You have to be very, very deliberate in what you think about and what you say. These are things that have worked for me. They are working for me. I was on a billboard last December. It's still there. People have sent me pictures from around the country, nationwide. See, if I saw you on this billboard, and then I smile and I say, "Wow, God, is this really you? Is this how things work?" You know, believe it, put in the work, dream big, and these things will happen for you. Now, so that has been another thing is personal growth. Like, I'm going to keep talking about personal growth. I am constantly researching on how to be better. Not only to be a better cook or write my recipes in a better way or deliver my online classes in a better way. I'm also thinking of how to grow myself, because there's something called burnout. You can burn out, and once you burn out, you're not able to deliver as well or as good as you want to. So it's very important, okay, that you take a break. Okay, you take a break, you assess where you are, and then come forward or just relax. It's not all about work, 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 work. Sometimes just sit back and then let it cool off and then come back with a bang. So that works for me a whole lot. Um, but I don't know. So that's what it's been for me. That's my personal growth, my personal journey. This is my life. This is what I'm telling you about. This is what has worked for me, what is working for me. And then, yes, I'll tell you something. A lot of people say, I don't have time. Oh, this is very, very important. A lot of people say, I don't have time. I have this plan, I have that plan, but there is no time. That's a lie. That's a lie. You can create a time. I am a lawyer. I have a 9 to 5 work for a job. I live, you know how Lagos is, guys. You know how Lagos is. You go out in the morning as early as 6 a.m., 5:30, 6 a.m. to beat the morning traffic. And then work is 9 to, my office was 9 to 6 p.m. But nobody really closes at 6 p.m. You know how you don't want to be the first person to leave your office. You don't. No, because they'll say, this one doesn't have any work to do. So you sit back a little, even if you leave at 6 p.m. for traffic. Anyway, I get home at about to say, oh gosh, I've worked the whole day. I've been out the whole day from, 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. and then go to bed. But guess what? If you have a dream, if you have something that keeps you awake at night, you will not sleep. There's something Gary Vee says. It says, your life begins after work. You've given your employers 6 a.m. to about 8 p.m. Then what about you? What about your life? Doesn't it matter to you? Do something for yourself. So when I get back from work at about 8, 9 p.m., I am really, really tired. And then I just think of Gary Vee saying, your life starts when you get back from work. Do something for you. So you know what? I just dropped my bag. I am tired. Please don't make a mistake. I'm really, really, I'm tired. But no, there's something that keeps burning. If you said to yourself, you're going to be the biggest food blogger in Africa, the biggest people, rich people, the successful ones are not sleeping. They are awake. Yeah, that might be dangerous, not sleeping enough, because I wasn't sleeping. There was something burning inside me. I wanted to fulfill that thing I was saying to myself. I'm the biggest food blogger. How do I achieve that? Then by working hard. Those people out there who are waiting for your content don't care that you have a 9 to 5. No. They just want your content. So the excuse, you don't have an excuse to say, oh, but I've gone to work all day. What time am I going to have to create this content? They don't care. They're going to leave you and go somewhere else. To those who have the time. So what did I do? I created the time. I get back home 9 p.m. and I get into the kitchen, and I'm in the kitchen from like 9 p.m. to 1 a.m. Why? Because I'm fighting for my life. I want to do something meaningful. Okay. My employers have taken the better part of the day. So what am I going to do for myself? So I work till like 1 a.m. I go to sleep. I'm up by 4 a.m. I start editing videos so that by 6 a.m. I'm able to go, get ready and go to work. So what am I saying? There is time. Something will have to suffer. You have to cut back a little here or there, but there is time. Cut back your sleeping time, for goodness sake. You won't die. Hard work has never killed anyone. Except you have health issues, or there are some reasons why you must sleep 8 hours. I don't even remember the last time I did that, or 5 or 6 hours. No. I don't want to sleep. I don't want to sleep. I want to achieve my dreams. And so if sleeping for just 2 or 3 hours is all it's going to take, then I'm going to do it. So that, that's what keeps me going. And even at that, I find that I'm not able to sleep self. I'm always on the internet. I'm researching something. I'm not able to sleep even when I'm done. Okay, so that's another thing that helped me, time. And then at the weekends, there was nothing like going to parties or hanging out with friends. I always told myself, there's a time to sow and there's a time to reap. This is a time for you to sow. So now, don't bother about your friends and, not like I became antisocial or anything. I still had my friends over the phone, but my going out, my going out or my partying was very, very limited. I was creating content every day from work. Then weekends was my time to create a whole lot of content so that anytime I come back from work and I'm not able to, maybe for some reason, then at the weekend I have something. So I was working round the clock, and I was seeing results. So it kept me going. So that is another thing. There's always time. The question is, will you make the time? The question is it important to you? How bad do you want it? Do you want it that badly? If you do, then create a time, okay? And then if you don't know how to do something, there's something you want to do, you don't know how to do it, look for someone who who can do it, or look for someone who is where you want to be. There are many times I've had to call people. I've made friends in this my food blogging life. So I've made a lot of friends in the same space that I'm in. So when I'm stuck somewhere, I just pick up the phone and then I call, please, how do I do this? I'm not proud. I want to move forward. So, and if there's something I can't do, I don't know how to do, then I ask for help. I call people, how do I do this? I get on YouTube, I call friends, just anybody that can help me achieve my aim. And then another thing I should point out to you, surround yourself with positive thinking people. People who want to see you grow. People who won't tell you, wow, that's a tall dream. Girl, relax, you can't do that. No, you need people who can spur you on, people who can say, you've got this, you can do it. Now, my husband was that person for me, The many times I'd come back and I'll be so tired. We'll come back together from work and I'll be tired and I'll want to go to bed. And he'll say, you know what? I'll stay awake with you. Get into the kitchen. Go and do something. I'll stay awake with you. And because he's willing to stay awake with me, that, gingers me into going to do some more work. And then I have friends as well when I'm feeling down or I'm feeling a little burnt out and they say, you're doing well. Look at the results. You're doing well. If you've got this, keep going. Sometimes I second guess myself and then I'm not sure. Am I really making an impact? How am I doing? I'm not sure. And then I call people who I know will be truthful to me. So not only get positive thinking people, get people who are going to be very truthful to you, brutally honest. Brutally honest, okay? Sometimes I've created content that I think is really, really good. And then I show my friend, and then she says, I don't think it's good enough. And I am mad. I'm like, what do you mean? Do you know how many hours I put into this? No. And then she says, well, you asked for my opinion, and I've told you, I don't think it's good enough. You can do better. And in my anger and everything, I go back because one thing I want to always be is to be excellent. So if it means me doing something 3 or 4 times over and over again, I'm going to do it. So far, I achieve excellence. So once my friend or my husband says, no, it's not good enough. I know your work, I know how capable you are, you can do better. Best believe that no matter how upset I am, I'm not going to put that content out on social media. I'm going to do it all over again. Why? Because I want anything I do to be good, because I'm not going to be there when people see it. I'm not going to be there to justify what I've said, to say, oh, I was tired that day. No, how many people will I explain me to that? Or did I took that picture, I was tired. You're not going to have the opportunity. Your work is going to speak for you. And like I said to my sister, you're only as good as your last work. So if you've been good consistently for a long time, and then you do something bad, you don't you don't have that opportunity to put something bad for once. Don't do it. Don't say, oh, but I've been consistent, I've been doing good stuff, people should understand. No. Nobody will understand. Always try to give your 100% every single time. It is not easy. No, it is not. But if you tell yourself, I'm only going to put 100% out there every time, you'll see that over time, all you've done is excellent work. So please make that a point to note. Always put out excellent work, no matter how hard it is. If you have to redo it, then do it all over again. The vast majority out there are not going to have that patience to do good quality work. So that's how you're going to stand out, because you've put in that, you've put in that extra. You've made sure that what you put out there was good. Okay. And by the time you do this consistently, then perfection, well, nobody's perfect, but something good is all you're ever going to churn out. And people are going to see it, and people want to associate with you because they know you for excellence. They know you You know, I've had a couple of times when brands call me and they say, if I want you to do something for me, and I say, oh, don't worry, I'm going to do something really good, and they say, you don't need to tell us. We've seen you. We know what you can do. So we've come to you with all that confidence. And you see that further re- reinforces my belief that whatever I do, whatever I put out there has to be good. Somebody is watching. Somebody is always watching. Okay. So just always be the best that you can be. Yeah. So those are the principles and those are the things that I live by. Those are the things that I swear by. Work hard, be consistent, do it afraid, do it afraid. I remember when I was going to do my first online class, I was nervous. This was in 2017. I was like, oh my God, who will come to my online class? Who, how can I do it? And then I just decided to do it. I decided to go along. I was very scared. I was a nervous wreck. And then I did the first one and it was perfect. And I've trained over, I don't know the exact figure, but I can say I've trained over 5,000 people online on how to cook, in the short space that I've started. And this was me. What if I didn't believe that I was good enough? What if I didn't believe I could do it? Then I wouldn't be where I am right now. So you just need a little faith in yourself, a little faith. Just do it. Do it. Most of us are afraid. Most of us are, but we do it anyway. So I'm encouraging you today, whatever you are, wherever you are, just do it. You are scared. I am scared as well, but I'm going to do it. You see? Now, I only recently started a YouTube channel, Ify's Kitchen. Yeah, my YouTube channel is Ify's Kitchen. I only recently started it. I started it a while back, maybe like 2015, but I was not serious. I started being serious last year, December. That's 2020, December. And I shared this with a friend that, oh, I'm going to go into YouTube. I want to start my YouTube channel. And do you know what she said to me? She said, don't bother. YouTube is saturated. If you had started years back, it would have been good. But right now, saturated. You don't worry about it. And I thought, I mean, two things can happen. I either succeed, I grow or I don't. But I'm not going to live my life wondering what could have happened. So I'm going to go for it. Okay. So when I started in December 2020, I had about 8,000 subscribers. Today, 4th March, I have over 20,000 subscribers. These are real people who have subscribed to my channel. Now, what if I believed my friend who told me, don't worry about it, YouTube is saturated, you're not going to grow or make any impact? I wouldn't even have all the 20,000 people I have because I would never have started. And I've just told myself, don't worry, just stay on Instagram. But I said, you know what, I'll do it. What's the worst that'll happen? I will not grow. But what if I turn 50 or 60 and I wonder what would have happened? I will not live my life regretting. Why didn't I do that thing? I'm going to do it. If it doesn't work out, then it does not work out. Well, you know what? I'm going to do it. So that's who I am. I will do it. I'm not going to live a life of regret. I'll do it. Because it's painful. By the time you say, I'm scared, what if I leave where I am, this place of comfort? I leave where I am right now and then enter into a place I don't know. Number one, where you are right now, you think it's a comfortable place and you're going to stay there. No problem, stay where you are. But the thing is that in 20, 30 years' time, you're going to regret why you didn't start today. Trust me on that one. So if it is worth it, if it is something you want to do, start today, now. Don't put it off till tomorrow. Start with what you have, where you are, whatever resources you have at hand, start now, okay? And hopefully, and by God's grace, you'll be a success. So that's my story. That's who I am. This is where I am. And I'm going to keep growing because I'm going to keep, thinking of my own personal growth and my business growth as well. So, Kelvin, thank you so much for inviting me. And I hope I've been able to say something.
Oh, wow. Can we give a round of applause right here? Come on now. Round of applause right there to Ife. Ife, oh wow. You know, Trevor just said something. Ife is cooking. Ife, you've cooked and you've served us well. You know, and we're eating it and we're smiling. You have got right there into the heat of it. And, I'm so blessed to be associated with you. I'm so blessed to have you on the show, sharing your story. There's a lot of nuggets written down here. In fact, a lot I've also typed on the screen, a lot of nuggets from you. And for everyone watching this right now, think about where you are. Think about Ife's story. Do you expect to be successful? She has shared her story, and yes, she did fantastically well, even more than great. She's shared, and we're seeing the results. I said to someone the other day that the comfort zone is good to have a comfort place to come in at night. Well, how do you get the comfort place growing and being better? You have to step out and go into a job or a business or a dream, whatever, to keep working in your uncomfortable zone. So if you are a real example, a true example of what it means to win, of what it means to stand out for what you want, to go out for what you want. So we celebrate you. I celebrate you, celebrate, 100 and over again. If you've got questions for Ife, this is your time now. Have you got questions for the next 20 minutes? We're going to go into some Q&A. If you've got questions for Ife, please show in the questions. You can signify by, indicating by with a reaction with your hands up, or just leave a note. If you also want to say something in line with what Ife has said, this is your time. You can just wave your hands again and say something. But yeah, this is a moment of growth. This is a moment of learning. So let's learn. Let's learn. Anybody want to say something?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
Hey, Iffy, thank you for your phenomenal words. My question for you as an African woman, how do you turn off those voices that are telling you that you're overachieving and you're doing too much, that, you're only supposed to just be focusing on that one career and your family, that you're somehow neglecting your children, your husband, all of your other aspects, because that is something that many of us African young women are dealing with in the society dimming our light, even though we're supposed to meant to shine brighter.
Thank you, Mel, for that question. And I don't know why I'm just getting a bit emotional now because it's tough. It is. I recently gave birth last. I don't know why. Okay, so I just gave birth last July, and it's really tough. It's not been easy. Now I have a set of twins I have to take care of. I have to keep Ife's Kitchen as a business going. I have to take care of my family. How do I juggle all these things together? It's it's been really tough. I can say that since I gave birth to my twins, I haven't had a moment of rest. I haven't had that time to relax and say, oh, I just gave birth. I could have done that. I could have, but because of where I want to go, where I want to be, it all comes back to my dream. I can't sit back right now. Time will come. And then what you said about being an African woman and the voices. As you were speaking, I heard my mom's voice at the background are telling me you're doing too much. You have to choose. You have to choose. It's your babies or your job. You can't do it. You have a family. You can't do everything right now. So um sorry.
Don't worry
You
about
know,
it.
so
If
many
passion,
times.
passion is important. Passion is important, and you've clearly got passion. So keep it going.
Okay, so thank you. So many times, you know, they are there. You know, I want to stay with them. I want to be with them 24/7, but I have work to do. I have work, and I have all the people saying, "Cool down, relax. You can't serve two masters. Focus. Your work will always be there." So sometimes I'm even confused. I don't know. Am I doing the right thing? Should I be listening? Should I, should I let something take the back burner? Should I let something take the back seat? Should I focus? Am I doing the right thing? Combining taking care of them and working. Um, what if something suffers? What's going to suffer? What if am I really doing too much? So I'm silencing that voice saying, no, you're an African woman, take care of your family and kids. I've made a decision. I'm going to silence it. I'm going to try my best to combine the two together. It is hard work, a lot of hard work. So many times I have to leave the twins with people who take care of them, and then I have to get to work. It is hard because they're only still very young, but when I look at them, I say, look, I'm doing it for you guys. So when you grow up too, you're inspired, that, you can do everything. But still, that back of my mind, am I making a mistake? Should I listen and stop one for the other? The voice is there. But my husband helps a whole lot. He says, no, 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 no. Go do what you have to do. I'll be here. With the nanny and all, I'll be here. I'll watch after them. He helps me. He pushes me. So because I know he's in support of what I'm doing, I'm gingered. I don't know if the case would be different if he too at the background was telling me, no, 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 you have to stop something. Maybe I would have had to stop work to nurture, put my 100%. Yes, I'm giving them all my attention, but maybe I would have had to stop something. But I'm trying my best to balance everything together, and I'm hoping one won't suffer for the other. It's tough, but I'm trying my best.
I'm just short of words. It's overwhelming. And thank you for a great question there, Mal. And thank you, Ify, for the vulnerability there. Vulnerability is power, so powerful. And I can tell that everyone felt it coming from you, felt the realness, the honesty, the truth, and the pain. It's called the growing pains that we face as we grow, as we establish, and we build something. So I mean, thank you, Ify. Thank you. Thank you. Lee, you want to say something?
Ify, I'm just in awe, in absolute awe, for what you've achieved, but also for what you're sharing now, your story, the power of the story, and what comes through is as an indomitable spirit.
Mm.
And it's that unstoppable that says that when you look at your kids and you say, I'm doing it for you, we believe you.
Mm.
And that will be a legacy that you will have, that your children will know in their hearts. And we face those doubts all the time. So thank you that sense of self-belief that is so written into your being. Isn't arrogant. And you're demonstrating that. We often say that confidence and self-belief, and we often translate that into arrogance, but that's not what we're hearing from you. It's a realness, and that's what we appreciate. There may be others that want to ask questions, but I think one of the things that struck me in what you were saying is there's lots of room at the bottom. There's only a few people at the top. And it takes something extra and different and unique and special, and the hard work to to the top and stay at the top. And you are living that. I just wonder, what is it that's driving you even more forward? What is it that you're seeing ahead that's pulling you to stay at the top and even achieve beyond your own top?
Okay. So what motivates me? The reason for what I want, what I'm doing right now is, I told myself that you have a gift already. God has blessed you. You can cook up a storm. You know food. You're very comfortable around food. And there are many people who don't know how to cook. So go out there until you become a household name, until everybody knows who Ife is, and that when you think food, you're thinking Ife. You cannot stop. You cannot, so until I get there, there's no stopping me. Until, everybody says, oh, I know Ife, she taught me how to cook this. I can cook that because of her. I'm good now. Growing up, I had nobody to teach me. But Ife is like my sister. Ife is like my mom. Ife is like my aunt. She has taught me all of this. I want to get to somewhere where parents don't even have to worry. They know, oh, don't worry, Ife's got you. Don't worry, she'll teach you real good, So until I get there, until I become a household name around the world, I'm not going to stop. So that's what's pushing me.
Awesome stuff. Have you got any question, Colin, for Ife? Just checking in.
Yeah, thanks so much for sharing, Ife. Amazing. It brought back so many memories. My daughter's old now, but the big thing, I worked in healthcare, and it's very much about where even my friend at the time said to me, no, Colleen, mothers don't travel. They don't get on airplanes. Fathers travel. And just like, what? Yes. But I raised my daughter very much of saying that I had a career and I was a mother. My role was not only to be a mother, but just a tip to make sure that you include your twins in your career. Like, what are you doing? That mommy is not only a mommy. She's other things. She makes a difference all over the world. And as long as they're included in it, they then don't feel excluded. And it does become, not easier, but a little bit less. Yeah. So keep on going. Yay, we're proud of you.
Thank you, Colleen. Thank you. Thank you so much.
All right. Mando, you got a question?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you very much, sir. Can I go on, sir?
Please go ahead.
All right. Thank you, Ma. Mrs. Ife, I'm very grateful. I'm from Nigeria, and there are peculiar issues with Nigerian youth, young people, and we were able to thrive through the hard situation. So many young people in Nigeria are finding it difficult to achieve their dreams because of the situation in the country. Was there any platform that helped you in becoming who you are today? So many dreams are in Nigeria, young people most especially. What was there anything, platform, was there any resource person, was there anybody that helped you? Because many of us might have for one way or the other to get to top, but you may not have the people. If you even have the people, you have to pay some kind of money. You need people that will connect you to someone. Do we really need that in achieving this? Your story is so impactful. How do we not help other young people in Nigeria? Thank you.
Thank you, Emmanuel. And I hear you very, very loud and clearly, So there's something we say in Nigeria here. You need the connection. You need somebody to help you get to where you are. Emmanuel, I just shared my story. I didn't have anybody to pull me up. I didn't have anybody to, to give me that leverage. I just started where I was. And you see, that's the good thing about what we have right now. We have social media, we have that platform. You are a voice that can be heard around the world. There's no stopping you. Nobody can stop you. Use your platform, your Facebook, your Instagram. Are you an actor and an actress? You've been going for auditions and then there's nobody choosing you or nobody's picking you. Why don't you start acting skits on your social media page? What are you doing on your social media? Are you trolling people? Is that what it is there for? So use it. If it's to start acting. Someone muted me.
Sorry, Iffy, that was my mistake. There was some background noise coming in, and as I clicked, it went off and I hit you by mistake. My apologies.
Okay, no problem. All right. So, just use your platform to give yourself some form of leverage. You don't need somebody. That's the mistake. You don't need somebody. You don't need to know the minister of this. You don't need to have an uncle who is rich or wealthy. Don't do all of that. That is a sense of entitlement that we should drop as Nigerians. Drop it. Forget those uncles and aunts and big brother, big sister, who, if they help you, it is all well and good. If they don't, help yourself. You have your Instagram page. You have your Facebook. You can open a YouTube account and do stuff. Somebody will notice you. Somebody, just keep being consistent. Show up every day, no matter how you feel. Put up the best content that you can with what you have. All right, you will grow. You will grow. It's a stage. You will grow from where you are to. It will be step by step, and then something big will happen for you. You will blow one day. But you cannot sit down and say, hey, I don't have anybody, any resource person, I don't have money, I don't have this. Just start from where you are, use what you have, and you will grow.
Thank you so much there, Ife. That's